cost at high and low levels, making an assumption that the increase in costs between the two levels is directly due to the increase in activity. Two accounting periods are chosen, one with high activity level and another one with low activity level. Let's apply the high-low method in an example, which is, I think you can see on your screen. So we have a table which has the batch size and also has the labor cost in shillings. So we can see the batch size and the corresponding costing of labor. So we'll be doing this step by step. So the first thing is the method suggests that it's high-low method, which we've said it takes the highest and lowest activity level. Step 1, select the highest and lowest level. For example, we have the highest level is 30, which is the last one, and also we have the lowest activity level, which is 9. Now, after selecting the highest and lowest activity level, we go to step 2, which is we select the corresponding highest and lowest cost. So for our first activity level, which was 30, the highest activity level was 30. So the corresponding cost will be 320. To our second one, which is the lowest activity level, which was 9. So we select the corresponding cost, which is 110. Now we've chosen the highest and lowest activity level and their corresponding costs. So the third step will be the difference between the cost and difference between the activity level. Our highest cost was 320, our lowest is 110. So the difference 320 minus 110, we get 210. To the other side, which is the activity level, our highest activity level was 30 and lowest 9. So the difference between 30 and 9, we get 21. Now we have the difference in cost, which is 210, and the difference in activity level, which is 9. So step 4, we divide the difference in cost by the difference in activity level to get the rate of variable cost. Rate of variable cost will be equal to 210 divided by 21, which will give us 10. We go to the next step, which is step 5. We compute fixed cost by subtracting variable cost from total cost. Automatically, we know that total cost is equals to variable cost plus fixed cost. So to get fixed cost, we take total cost minus the variable cost. Total cost is 320. Variable cost, we've got the rate of variable is 10. So we take 10 multiply by the batch size, which was 30. So we get 300. So fixed cost will be equal to 20. So far, we've computed the rate of variable cost and the fixed costs. So in step 6, which is our last step, we formulate the linear prediction equation. Also, let's remember in our example, we were required to formulate linear prediction equation and estimate total cost of a batch of 35. So in our linear equation, which is y is equals to a plus bx, where y is the total cost, a is the fixed cost, b is the rate of variable, and x is the number of products to be produced or the batch size. So to formulate the linear prediction, that's the part one of our question, of our example, as we were required, we formulate linear prediction equation. So our linear prediction equation will be y is equals to 20 plus 10x, where 20 is the fixed cost and 10 is the rate of variable as we computed earlier. So that will be the linear prediction equation. But in our second part of of what we are required, we are told to estimate total cost of a batch of 35. So we go further and replace x, because already we asked to we are given 35, which is the batch which we are required to estimate the total cost. So it will be 20, which is the fixed cost, plus 10, which is the rate of variable, multiplied by now the number of products we want to produce, which is 35. So 10 multiplied by 35 is 350. So 20 plus 350, which will give us 370. Now 370 is the total cost of the batch of 35, or the number of products to be produced, which is 35. So 370 is the total cost to produce a batch of 35. Now we are through with our example. We've given what we are required, we've done what we are required, which was formulate the linear prediction equation and estimate the total cost of a batch of 35. That's the last part of the high and low method, but we also have the advantages of high and low method, which one is it's easy to use, as we've done in only in 6 steps, so it's easy to use. And the lowest and the highest item will cover the relevant range, because we always take the lowest and the highest, so there is a range in between, so they cover the relevant range. Number 3, it takes into account possible extremes of costs. Now, those were the advantages of high and low method. We also have disadvantages. One, which is it is not logical to use 2 points to represent all the points. So, like if you can see in our example, like we've ignored all the other points, we've just taken the highest and the lowest. So, one of the disadvantages, we don't take into account all the other points. Number 2, the estimated cost function poorly describes the actual cost relationship. And number 3, costs are not properly matched with their independent variables. So those are some of the advantages and disadvantages of high and low method. So now we